fire makes the living room feel quaint and cozy. Someday, I'll get my own Dr. Watson. Then we can sit in chairs like these and discuss my brilliant powers of deduction. I've never been a fan of dominoes. I figured that time wasted playing dominoes could be time well spent playing a rousing game of Parcheesi. The note reads, blackjack and dominoes. I wonder who this blackjack is. Sounds like a pirate. Unless, of course, it refers to the number 21. But how does 21 tie to the dominoes? Blackjack and dominoes, and 21 horizontally, vertically, and diagonal. Maybe Linsky had some code number if the dominoes were placed in a special order of 21 in all directions. I've never been a fan of dominoes. I figured that time wasted playing dominoes could be time well spent playing a rousing game of Parcheesi. A light is flashing by the 4, the 9, and the 8. These three numbers are probably useful. Linsky's taste in books ran the gamut from lackluster all the way to incomprehensible. Freezer's well stocked. Sheesh, even I know you don't keep bananas in the fridge. That looks like an oven to me. I'm no expert, but I'd guess that's a microwave. Well, it's pretty clear Linsky didn't intend to starve himself to death. Standard kitchenware. Well, it's pretty clear Linsky didn't I don't think there's going to be much to find in these. That looks like an oven to me. Waste not, want not. This photo certainly is an eyeful. It appears Carl Linsky was about to dump someone named Dolores. An armoire, one of the 9 French words I can pronounce like a native. Linsky wasn't exactly a fashion animal. Most of these clothes look 20 years old. Scrap paper, notepad. So Linsky signed a book deal and wasn't delivering the goods. The question is, why? So Linsky signed a book deal and wasn't delivering the goods. The question is, why? Junk mail, catalog. Looks like Linsky bookmarked the address for Dolores Lightbody. I guess Linsky didn't plan on entertaining when he bought this bed. Some t-shirts. That's a nice sweater. Shirts, pants, sweaters. Brand new cotton briefs. Larges, too. I wonder if I oughta... Nah. There are only 31 pieces on the chessboard. Seems like an odd number. Dolores Lightbody?
Yes, indeedy.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking into the death of Carl Linsky.
Oh, well, do come in.
Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Well, this is certainly exciting. A real live PI. I love detective novels, you know.
Is that right?
I guess I've always had a certain fascination with private dicks.
I think maybe we ought to just stick to business for now.
Yes, I am still in mourning. Technically. Perhaps in a week or two.
Well, enough about me. What do you say we talk about Carl?
What if I refuse to cooperate? Will you interrogate me under a bare bulb?
Well, I'm afraid, out of respect to the recently departed, I'm gonna have to ignore that little bit of innuendo.
Well, all right. Where to begin? Where to begin? It was about 3 months, 11 days ago on a foggy night when Carl and I first met. Naturally, it was love at first sight.
Interesting. Had you and Carl been drinking heavily that night?
Actually, Carl came to have me draw up his will. That's what I do for a living.
Well, be a sweetie and tell me who's mentioned in the will.
Just for you. The primary beneficiary was that trollop, Sylvia. You know, just between us, I believe Sylvia may have driven Carl to his death.
Well, who else would want Carl dead? Besides Sylvia, of course, and the off chance that it wasn't suicide.
Surely you don't mean murder?
Well, that's what I've been hired to find out. Now, I've got a few more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, I'd do anything to help. I think you know that. I loved Carl desperately. We were very happy together. I can't for the life of me imagine why he did what he did. I'm afraid Carl's estate consisted of his home and his speeder and not much more. I'm afraid Carl wasn't very good with money. He stipulated in his will that everything be divided between his daughter Sylvia and the North Hill Clinic. Of course, the real money that trollop Sylvia will get will be from his life insurance policy. That was Carl's way of making amends to Sylvia. And I'm sure it's the only reason Sylvia has you investigating her father's death. Carl worked there for years. It's a very exclusive medical facility, you know. I've been in touch with the director, Arnold Sternwood. He's an extremely attractive man, but also very busy. If you'd like to see him, I can try to arrange an appointment with him. I'll call you and let you know. Then you'll have to owe me a favor. I don't play very well myself, but Carl did. He said that life itself is a chess match. Me? Oh, I'm still in shock, as you must imagine. It'll be weeks, maybe months, before I'm able to love again. This note is clearly a forgery. I will not dignify it with a response. Carl loved to play games. Many a romantic evening we'd while away the hours playing dominoes or backgammon. Carl also loved to play chess. I can't really help you there. Carl's wife left soon after Sylvia was born. Oh, Carl did the best that he could, but he never felt that he'd done a very good job raising Sylvia, and she never appreciated her father. She left home when she was very young and went into some unsavory kind of work, escorting or something like that. Carl's heart was nearly broken. They hadn't been close in years. It's too soon, Tex. Allow me to grieve first, and then we'll see what grows between us.
So that was my introduction to Dolores Lightbody.
Oh, the way she talked about Carl, it sounds like she was living in denial.
Actually, it was Sausalito. But she did have a way of looking at things through steamed-up glasses. And she also had some valid concerns about my client, which I brought up with Sylvia later that day.
Here are the things from the police. There wasn't much. His wallet, a set of keys, 2 go to the house, 1 to the speeder. The other 2, I don't know what they go to. They also gave me a copy of the suicide note.
I'll check them out. I've got a few things I need to run by you. I went out and I talked with Dolores Lightbody today. Apparently you two aren't exactly soul sisters.
She is hideous. I don't know what kind of black magic she used on my father, but I can't think of any other explanation.
Dolores told me about the will. Apparently you're the beneficiary.
Why are you treating me like I'm a suspect? For your information, if I sold the house and the speeder and added it to the cash, I might be able to pay off my father's debt. I'm not going to benefit from this will.
Except, of course, the $1 million life insurance policy.
I'm not going to get a cent of that. I'm surprised you're even asking me about that. You know, life insurance policies don't pay off in cases of suicide.
And that's why you retain my services.
Well, you can think that if you want. But I don't have to stick around here and be insulted by the hired help.
Ouch.
Yeah, I'd violated PI Rule 17, never upset a client. She was right. I was the hired help, so I went back to work. The manila envelope Sylvia had given me turned out to have some pretty useful items in it. Pain is unbearable. If Linsky really wrote this, I'd like to find out exactly what he's referring to. Oh, grandfather clock. Grandma Murphy always found the name sexist. Typical packing boxes. With all the mattresses and headboards up here, Linsky could have opened a hostel. It's a shame credenzas went out of style. I wish I had 2 or 3 for my office. Linsky was from an older generation. The kind that always kept a spare door for emergencies. Why would anyone keep something this handsome and ornamental hidden away in the attic? Oh, a bunch of neurology textbooks. Intriguing.
They're in my head. They're in my head. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. They're in my head. Oh, get them out. Oh, get them out. I can't take it any longer. Get them out. Get them out. Ah.
What the hell was that all about? Old college research papers. I wonder what Linsky did to this Blaine Werner person. Maybe he stole his tricycle. Nothing useful. Nothing useful. Locked. Well, that won't work. From the looks of this, Linsky had a secret, special place that he didn't want anyone to know about. Junk mail and an old computer manual. "20-year-old tax return. Fascinating. Paper, pencils, paper clips. Not much else. Nothing useful. Sylvia Linsky's credit report. Looks like money management isn't one of her strong points. I hope this is just a space heater. Linsky's secret workshop was out by the spaceport in an old warehouse. The key from the manila envelope fit the lock and I stepped inside.
Was anyone there?
No, and I doubt anyone had been there since Linsky. The place didn't appear to have been searched, judging by all the interesting things I found. Looks like a package of electrical doohickeys. This circuit conductor kit could come in handy if I ever need to repair a circuit grid. Hey, there's a first time for everything. I'm fairly certain these barrels should stay nice and closed. There's no key in the ignition. Even if there was, who cares? I have a speeder. There's no key in the ignition. Even if there was, who cares? I have a speeder. A mattress. A filthy, stinking mattress. This cot is clearly inferior to the one I have. Must be hell to sleep on. And no wonder Linsky killed himself. Linsky must have had trouble sleeping. These prescription pills would knock out an elephant. These cut-up pieces resemble a rectangular security card, but it looks like a piece is missing. I'm assuming Linsky did that on purpose. Either Linsky lost track of time in a big way, or this was just his favorite month. The word safe is a misnomer whenever I'm on the job. Several items are inside the safe. Well, this is a life insurance policy taken out by Carl Linsky. And the sole beneficiary is Sylvia Linsky. So Linsky signed a book deal and wasn't... That's a pass card reader. You attach it to a computer, then use a pass card on it. I'm willing to bet this project of Linsky's figures prominently into the case, not to mention whoever this overlord character is. Well, this fax raises a few questions. First, who's SF? Second, was he working for Linsky? And third, what was he doing? Sounds like he just might have been canceling some people's subscriptions to Life. I'll bet this computer is important, but it's got a security protect feature. I'll need to attach a pass card reader and use a security card with it before it'll operate. Pass card reader's hooked up. Now I'll need to scan the pass card. I need to get a water cooler like this for my office. Maybe someday. Corkboard covered with dribble. Linsky didn't strike me as the sort of guy who'd use random profanity, no matter how mild. This may be a message or a code. Well, this letter was written almost a year ago, and I'm guessing Linsky wasn't too happy to get it. If I can track down this Wanda Peck, maybe she can explain the context of the letter.